The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Chapter 6. The Cowardly Lion. The road was still paved with yellow brick, but dry branches and dead leaves covered much of it, which made walking difficult. Every now and then, a deep growl rose from a wild animal hidden in the trees. The sounds made the little girl's heart race because she didn't know what caused them. But Toto knew. He stayed close to Dorothy and didn't bark back. A sudden, fierce roar rose from the forest, and a great lion leapt into the road. With one hard swipe, he sent the Scarecrow spinning to the edge. Then he slashed at the Tin Woodman with sharp claws. But the claws could not dent the tin. So although the woodman fell and lay still, the lion stared in surprise. When Toto had an enemy to face, he sprinted toward the lion, barking. The great beast opened his jaws to bite, but Dorothy, afraid Toto would be killed and ignoring the danger, rushed forward. She struck the lion's nose as hard as she could and cried out, "Don't you dare bite, Toto! You should be ashamed, such a big beast, trying to bite a small dog." The lion rubbed his nose where she had hit him. "I didn't bite him," he said. "No, but you tried to." She shot back. "You're nothing but a coward."
"Don't bite Toto."
"I know," the lion said, hanging his head. "I've always known it. But how can I change?" "I'm not sure," she replied. "And to think you struck a stuffed man, the poor Scarecrow." "He's stuffed?" the lion asked, astonished, as she set the Scarecrow on his feet and smoothed him back into shape. "Of course he's stuffed," Dorothy replied, her anger not yet gone. "That's why he toppled so easily." The lion remarked, "It surprised me to see him spin like that. Is the other one stuffed as well?" "No," Dorothy said. "He's made of tin." She lifted the woodman to his feet again. "That's why my claws nearly went dull," said the lion. Scraping against tin sent a chill down my back.
"I'm such a big coward."
"What is that little animal you're so protective of?" "He's my dog, Toto," Dorothy answered. "Is he made of tin or is he stuffed?" the lion asked. "Neither. He's a meat dog," the girl said. "Oh, he's unusual and so small, now that I look closely," the lion went on, his voice low. "No one would think of biting something so tiny unless they were a coward like me." "What makes you a coward?" Dorothy asked, staring at the great beast in amazement. He was nearly the size of a small horse. "It's a mystery," the lion replied. "I suppose I was born that way. All the animals expect me to be brave, since the lion is known as the king of beasts everywhere. I found that when I roar loudly, every creature is frightened and clears a path for me." Whenever I meet a person, I'm terribly afraid, but if I roar, he runs as fast as he can. If the elephants, tigers, or bears ever tried to fight me, I'd run myself. I'm such a coward. Yet the moment they hear my roar, they all back off, and of course, I let them go. That isn't right. The king of beasts shouldn't be a coward, said the Scarecrow. "I know," the lion replied, dabbing a tear away with the tip of his tail. It's my great sorrow, and it makes life miserable. Whenever there's danger, my heart starts to race. Perhaps you have a heart illness, said the Tin Woodman. It's possible. The Lion replied. If you do, the Tin Woodman continued, be glad, it proves you have a heart. As for me, I have no heart, so I can't have heart disease. Perhaps. The Lion mused. If I had no heart, I wouldn't be a coward. Do you have brains? The Scarecrow asked. I suppose so. I've never looked. The Lion replied. I'm going to the Great Oz to ask for some, said the Scarecrow, since my head is stuffed with straw. And I'm going to ask for a heart, the Tin Woodman said.
I think I was born like this.
And I'll ask him to send Toto and me back to Kansas. Dorothy added. Do you think Oz could give me courage? Asked the Cowardly Lion. Just as easily as he could give me brains, the Scarecrow said. Or give me a heart, the Tin Woodman added. Or send me and Toto back to Kansas, Dorothy said. Then, if you don't mind, I'll come with you, said the Lion. Life is unbearable without a little courage. You'll be very welcome, Dorothy replied. You'll help keep other wild animals away. They must be more timid than you if they let your roar scare them so quickly. They are? Said the Lion. But that doesn't make me any braver. As long as I know I'm a coward, I'll be unhappy. The little group set out once more, the Lion striding proudly at Dorothy's side. Toto didn't like their new companion at first. He still remembered how close he'd come to being caught in those great jaws. But after a time, he relaxed, and before long, Toto and the Cowardly Lion had become good friends.
Dreams are my reality.
For the rest of the day, nothing happened to disturb the peace of their journey. Only once did the Tin Woodman step on a beetle crawling along the road and kill the tiny creature. This upset him deeply, since he always tried not to harm any living thing, and as he walked, he shed a few tears of sorrow and regret. The tears traced a slow path over his face and across the hinges of his jaw, where they caused rust. So when Dorothy asked him something, the Tin Woodman couldn't open his mouth. His jaws had seized up with rust. Frightened, he gestured urgently for Dorothy to help, but she couldn't tell what he meant. The Lion was puzzled too. But the Scarecrow grabbed the oil can from Dorothy's basket and oiled the Tin Woodman's jaws. And within moments, he was speaking just as well as before. This will teach me to watch where I step, he said. If I crush another bug or beetle, I'll end up crying again, and tears rust my jaws so I can't speak. From then on, he watched his steps and kept his eyes on the road. If he spotted a tiny ant hard at work, he would step over it so as not to harm it. The Tin Woodman knew he had no heart, and for that very reason he took special care never to be cruel or unkind to any creature. Those who have hearts have something to guide them, he said. So they don't need to do wrong. I don't have a heart, so I have to be very careful. Once Oz gives me a heart, I won't have to worry as much.